We are back in the world of Pike and Shot Total War, and we have another glorious battle for you today. It's just a smaller one on a much smaller scale. We have a 1v1 rather than the huge Nordlingen battle we had not too long ago. But Spain and Sweden are back at it again as they were in the Battle of Nordlingen. And yeah, we have a skirmish already taking place here. Some Jaegers dueling with some Mercenary Dragoons. Both sides got their like mounted infantry skirmishing, and yeah, looks like Spain is worse for wear in this one. Yeah, if you haven't checked out some recent Pike and Shot battles that we've done, we did actually do a historical battle not long ago, a pretty big 3v3, where Spain and the HRO did take on Sweden. That was an insane battle, definitely worth checking out, and it's pretty close in this one as well. I've been told that there's a bit of a good comeback in this one, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this one goes down as well. Both Spain and Sweden pretty strong factions. I've seen both of them win many times. And it looks like Sweden is going to be the first to get the blood today. It looks like they're going to rout some Mercenary Dragoons of Spain. Both sides using 1630 period units, which is good to see. I don't think I've ever really seen anyone use like a 1640 against a 1630. I don't know if it really is like in balance at all. I'd be interested to know that. But yeah, everything here is 1630. We have the Kingdom of Spain matching off with the Kingdom of Sweden. And as you can see over on this side here, the Miquelets are setting up their stake line. Yeah, as you can see, I imagine the same thing's going to happen over on this side here. I don't know, these Musketeers supporting the cav, I imagine here, are going to probably set up some sort of stake line as well, if they're able to. I don't know if they can. Look at that mass of Swedish cav though, it looks glorious, it really does. And if you want to see more grand scale battles like this one, because though this is a 1v1, there's probably at least over 10k men on this battlefield. But yeah, if you want to see more grand Pike and Shot battles like this one, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel as we work towards 11k subs. And yeah, as you can tell, it looks like the Swedes are massing all their cavalry on their left, and no surprise, the Spanish are doing the same on their right. And yeah, both sides have arquebusiers and cuirassiers, it looks like, and we have some lancers here as well. Something the Spanish can bring, but the Swedes cannot. So yeah, lancers, still in the age of chivalry, these guys, still thinking that they can joust their way to victory. And while that's all been going on, while I'm showing off that, a brutal line fight has got underway over here. We have Lombard arquebusiers already getting absolutely battered here. Look at this. Absolutely peppered by the Swedish lines. I mean, to be fair, they are ahead of the rest of their formation. I don't know really why they've got these two just so far ahead, but there you go. Arquebusiers already routed. Looks like also some of the Jaegers are being routed here by Mercenary Dragoons of Spain. So both sides still losing out there. But yeah, there you go. Two arquebusiers lost early on here. Pikes now moving forward for Spain, the Lombard Pikes. And it looks like, yeah, Spain is going to be super aggressive here in this one. That's their aim, it seems, and they're going to get the Royal Guard pikemen in there as well. You can tell these are Royal Guard, mainly because you can hover over them and it'll tell you. But also they're in bright yellow, and they have the Royal Seal on their back. There you go, shots being fired whilst in melee. Is kind of a bit of a dirty trick, but doesn't seem like it's like a bad thing. Doesn't seem like it's allowed, pretty much. Yeah, the Musketeers can blast while the Pikes are meleeing in amongst them. There you can see here, it looks like the Swedes are absolutely smashing the Spanish here in these gunfights, and the Musketeers, sorry, the Dragoons here are going to help the Musketeers out. The Swedes, though, are losing their pike fight, actually, it seems like, and the Musketeers are also still stuck in there. Yeah, these Lombard and Royal Pikes evidently doing quite well. The Royal Pikes are wavering, look at that, they're getting shot right in the side here by the Scots, and there you go, the Royal Pikes are going to rout just like that. And is that going to cause a bit of a mass rout along the Spanish line? It might do. NTW3 sort of like style of morale that like if one unit breaks, it causes a lot of others to break as well. And yeah, it's fully shattered, and they are, I think they're going to try and run off the battlefield. We'll see. Shogun kind of does do this sometimes, that units just kind of stay stuck in place and end up just getting farmed. Mercenary Dragoons are going to set up here, and you can see the Dragoons here of Sweden are helping to rout the Lombard Musketeers. And yeah, this left here for the Spanish has been thrown away really early on. We've got Royal Guard Musketeers as well. You'd hope these guys will be able to outshoot most of the Swedish army. Not all at once, just, you know, one at a time. are blasting away. Be interested to see whether the Spanish could sort of regain this, because it's looking pretty bad early on here. Yeah, a lot of these troops staying routed and not returning at all. Who's the general here today? We have got Cardinal Infante. He's the usual sort of general you see brought, and then Bernhard Saxe of Weimar. Both were at Nordlingen as well. Both played important roles in that battle. But will they be able to influence this custom here today? We have got the first sort of, like, you know, Swedish musketeer that's going as well. Some Scots that are serving with the Swedish army. And then we've got some musketeers here. They're getting pretty much outgunned. Looks like, yeah, 3 Lombard musketeers. So they're 1 here. Looks like they are, yeah, winning this fight here. I mean, they're still fighting these guardsmen, just, you know, killing these guys off quite easy, I think. They could do with probably disengaging and then actually re-engaging somewhere else. See the Scots as well. Yeah, they just need to flank around here, these guys do. Just get in behind. We've got, yeah, the Jaegers remounting here. Where are they going to just charge the Mercenary Dragoons? I don't know. We might give it a go here. And we've got Lombard Musketeers sort of re-rallying. Yeah, and here we go. Jaegers are going to charge in. And I don't really think that they're not really meant for melee, these Jaegers, but, you know, they might be able to rout these Mercenary Dragoons. You never know. A head-on charge just seems to do a lot of damage in Pike and Shot Total War. And doesn't look like they are going to win that fight, the Jaegers there. And the large gunfight is getting underway, so more in the center now. As Sweden throws forward its left infantry arm. Yeah, if you want to see more Pike and Shot Total War on the channel, do let me know in the comments. And if you want to check out the mod yourself, if you're like, Pope, I want to get involved in this gunpowder era, then do check out the mod. The link is down below in the description. Also join the Discord, which link will be in the description as well, because that's the best place to go to get any multiplayer battles if you're a multiplayer fan. If you're more of a single player guy, you know, you like to sort of sit back, relax, and do a campaign, or just play single player battles. I mean, you can certainly do single player battles. Campaign, though, is on the way eventually. The long-term aim of theirs is to add a campaign, but I imagine it's going to take a little bit of time to do. I imagine you're going to have to, like, alter the map to look like a map of Europe rather than a map of Japan, since this is Shogun 2. Got to remember, though it looks like it is its own Total War, you have to kind of remember this is still set in like on the Shogun 2's engine. It's going to have a Shogun 2 campaign at the moment. Lombard, like Pikes have won their fight there. And it looks like they're now going to go in against these musketeers. There is a Pike unit here that could just, yeah, go forward and probably deal with the situation. Get those musketeers out of there. They don't want to be in that fight. And you see here the Swedes are getting outgunned by the looks of it by Tyconal musketeers. They're Irish musketeers. And yeah, a lot of their other musketeers over here losing out. The Swedes have managed to take some of these Irish musketeers out. This is all Irish guys here. It looks like it. Irish and Italians. Both sides trading quite nicely here. Sweden kind of is getting torn to pieces in the center here. The Spanish left, well, the new left, I guess, is sort of tearing a new one from the Royal Guard musketeers here doing a lot of work. And you can see that Spanish pike is falling back, I think, in the face of those other pikes and musketeers. But they did get rid of some of the Scots. And yeah, the Swedish right is all of a sudden looking pretty bad, looking pretty shabby. The Spanish left to sort of re-energize itself. The Cav is just kind of standing off against each other. I don't know if either side is really going to do any sort of moves here. That musketeer doesn't seem like it can put stakes down. So yeah, they're not going to have any stakes there to support. And this is one less musketeer over here that could be pretty useful in this gunfight. So here, the aim is constantly to get around the flanks. You want to constantly try and get side shots into your enemy. It seems like that does a lot more morale damage than anything else. And you can see here, the Swedes getting absolutely blasted in the front of here. Maybe get the pikes in. It's not really working, like just having a long gunfight here with Spain. Maybe it's time to get these pikes into the action. There you go, more wavering taking place. Lombard musketeers starting to go. Is the Spanish right about to give way now, like it did on the left? There you go, there it goes. The Lombard musketeers getting out of here. Will these Irish ones follow? It's quite possible they will. Pikes are advancing. Some of the Tyconal musketeers are returning. They're going to set up and just start to shoot into the Grona musketeers. And the Pikes are going straight through the gap here. They're not even going to engage these guys. They're just going to... It does seem actually them just marching forward is wavering again, these Tyrconnell Musketeers. If the Swedish right can just sort of, you know, harass the Spanish left, and they can probably win on the right and start to clear up. But here we go, Spanish cav coming in. It's finally given up, staring off with the Swedish cav, and the Lancers are going in, and they're going to run down these Musketeers. And go the Lancers there. The Pikes are going to try and respond, and Sweden is now going to blink, and he's going to send his cav into this melee over here. Some of the Pikes form square. That's going to stop some of the cavalry over here. And we've got the Caballo Lancer Cardinal Infante, which is an armored Lancer unit. It's very, very cool looking. The Lancers failed to rout, I think, but they have got a lot of things wavering and redlining. More of the Spanish line here is starting to crumble as well, as you can see. It's not looking good for those Musketeers. The thing is, with the units being so big as well, units return more than once. And you look like we're going to see a Cuirassier regiment go straight through the middle here. It's going to try and get these Tyrconnell Musketeers and just barely touch them and routed them. And now it's going to go into the side of these Pikes here. It's going to rout those as well.
Our men are running.
There you go. Yep, they're shattered and running. That's huge there. The Lancers actually did rout. They fell back. I think they might have got shot, and that's routed them there. And that is a really good win there for the Swedes on their left. The cav, as you can see, for the Spanish is sort of shifted across. It's still trying to use the stakes to protect itself. And yeah, the Swedes are slowly returning here to this right side, bit by bit, but they're not going to be as effective as they were the last time. And we've got Dragoons here getting really close. They need to charge in if they're going to do anything, because right now these dismounted ones, these dismounted Dragoons here, they're just happily blasting away at these Spanish Dragoons. They look like they were ready to threaten and maybe flank the Swedes there, but it did not happen. And they look at that, the Spanish right gone. It's now just made up of cavalry. There's some Musketeers returning, which is going to be good. They're going to need them. Cav again going through the center. You should really back it up with infantry, probably Pikes. And again, they rout another Musketeer there. It looks like they're going to get a couple more here. Here come the Swedes. They're just making sure these Pike will stay gone. I don't know. Or they're going to side charge the Pikes and the battalion staff here.
Our men are running.
There you go. In go the Swedes, and they rout the battalion staff, which is probably helping to rally these Teraldo Pikes here. While this battle's been going on, I've also noticed not a single piece of artillery for either side here. The Dragoons did try to go in, and they failed to rout the Swedes here by the looks of it. But yeah, neither side using artillery in this Pike and Shot game. It's kind of interesting to see whether that takes effect. The Lancers of Cardinal Infante have gone in. They've helped rout the cavalry regiment there and the Cuirassiers, and they have saved the Pikes. Are now the Lancers going to carry on? No, they're going to retreat.
The enemy has discovered your hidden units.
Enemy has discovered their hidden units. What hidden units? Is it I don't know, the Mercenary Dragoons, or maybe the Miquelettes, maybe. Cavalry again shifting back to this left-hand side here for the Swedes. They need to be really careful of the stakes, because they can lose a lot of guys otherwise. It's that. And they got the Miquelettes are now going to start to be blasted. Just, yeah, obviously a risk to the cav. They don't want to lose these guys too easily. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 93 arquebusiers, don't charge in, just blast, just stand there and shoot. You might rout these Miquelettes. Let's see. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they won't. Maybe they're just going to stand there. We'll come back to that. That's not really a big worry. Right now, Spain looks like he is again about to break down the Swedish right. He's just grinding it down. Some of these Hamilton Scots are still holding on for now. Sweden could really do with turning his line. Like, his line needs to turn right and just re-engage the Spanish here. He's just kind of standing and looking at them. It's not really going to do a lot. And there you go. The Swedes actually did go in and they kill a bunch of their horses. But by doing so, they have opened up a gap in that stake line.
Our men are running, sir.
And he's slowly getting rid of all these Miquelettes as well, making sure they stay gone, running them down. Not a bad idea. And now he should really advance with the cav, supported by infantry and pikes. He can really turn that fight around in his favor, I think, and really defeat the Spanish cav. And then he could wrap around the Spanish infantry, which is really decimating his own infantry at the moment. We've got multiple banks of infantry as well here, of like pikes, ready to go in, where they can just force their way through here because they're getting shot. On multiple sides here, they need to do something. They can't just stand here and absorb all these hits. Sweden finally turned his infantry line. It's going to try and threaten the Spanish again on the flank. More of these Hamilton Scots are breaking. Sweden is, really, really close to breaking point on this right-hand side. His centre as well is, getting peppered. He needs to get these guns and these pikes back into the fight. And the cav as well is, the Spanish cav is slipping away. The Swedes aren't chasing. He needs to carry on with his micro. Keep moving those guys forward. Pikes here, I mean, they've not even got their pikes out. They've got swords out, ready to go. This guy's ready to go. He's got his brandishing his sword. He's like, yeah, let's go. Let's kill some Spaniards. Looks like, the real strength's on the Swedish left. These Scots here, and also the actual Swedish musketeers managed to outgun the Spaniards here. You can see more of them routing. These units are just, quite weak. They've already been in action once, maybe twice. They're very tired. They're not happy to be here. They want to leave. Here we go. The pikes have been mobilized. Spain's going to respond with his own Lombard pikes. And is that Sweden? Yeah, Sweden's routing there. His pikes are going. At least one of them is. The other one is still standing strong. Italian staff trying to rally here. Whether Sweden could have really supported with his musketeers, I don't know. He might want to have tried that. I mean, they're flanking here with the Teraldo pikes, flanking the Vasta Gotland pikemen, hitting them from both front and side. And the Spanish gunners, they could probably flank on around and just deal with them as well. Looks like some of the Swedes are staying here, bugged out. And this one's redlining as well, as the Swedish pikes are not holding strong at all. Lombard musketeers wavering, but not gun. The Swedish left needs to keep moving in, just swing in a little bit more. Cavalry for the Swedes is coming back, coming into the fight. And the clash that could maybe decide this game is about to begin, I think. Spanish and Swedish cav is facing off. They've not really left with much option left. Both sides are low on men left. And there you go, the Swedes threw in the pikes, they risked it, and it did not work. That's probably put them at a disadvantage now when it comes to infantry. A little bit, maybe. They could do with maybe shifting back some of these musketeers elsewhere. These guys probably do not need to be here in this cav fight.
A paso ligero.
Yeah, really the Swedish right should fall back a little bit, and the Swedish left should really turn in on the Spanish. Looks like Sweden, though, was about to just give it a go with the arquebusiers here. He's going to try to rout. I thought he was going to maybe charge the Lombard arquebusiers. He might still be. Looks like Kirasi's are about to go, and it doesn't seem like he's bothered about charging the Spanish cav. Don't blame him. Said he wants to go for the Lombard arquebusiers. He's got good shots off. Might rout them with the volley, and if not, it's going to be the charge that'll do it. The Lancers, Caballo coming back in, the Caballo Lancer Cardinal Infante, I should say. Give them their full name, their full title. And here we go, Lifeguards also going in for the Swedes. It's all go now. The infantry here needs to make sure not to shoot the back of his own cav. Lifeguards are in there amongst the heavily armored Lancers. And yeah, the Lombard Arquebusiers still looking bad. Cuirassier Regiment routed. Got the Horn Cuirassier Regiment still in there. And the Lifeguards, got the General Bernhard Saxe Weimar as well. Line Infantry is just sort of standing here shooting. Why isn't this one coming forward? It needs to get this one forward to the front lines to help shoot these this cavalry. And it looks like, yeah, look at that. The Lancers help rout most of these Lifeguards. And they're fully shattered. They're not returning. I honestly don't think these musketeers are doing any help in this cav fight. I think they're shooting the backs of their own cavalry, not helping out at all. If anything, sabotaging the whole battle. Grona Pikes coming forward here. These Cuirassiers have returned. They're very tired though, but I think they're going to get sent straight back into the fight. Spain's Lombard Arquebusiers still holding on somehow in there, and there you go. The cav's gone again. Horn Cuirassiers now routing. The support of those pikes for Spain. They won that fight. Decent volley there by the Cuirassier Regiment. Might help rout this Cardinal Infante. They were redlining for a second, now orange lining. Pikes come in, that's not going to help the cavalry of Spain. Oh, sorry, of Sweden. And here we go, Spain's cav, the Lance and Ligurios, they're going to go in, they're going to go for a charge on the Musketeers. If they can get a good charge off here, they can maybe break the spirit of the Swedish line. Oh, they stand right in front of it, absorbing this charge, absorbing this volleys. That's not good. Spanish cav has helped rout the Swedish cav though, and these Cuirassiers can continue. And there you go, the Lancers have got in. They're taking a lot of casualties just standing in front of the enemy. But they're helping to break a lot of these Musketeers. The battalion staff trying to rally their boys. The cav here is now getting outgunned, ironically. And these last few Musketeers, the ones supporting their own cavalry, are now being shifted back to the center. The Pikes trying to get rid of these Cuirassiers. The Cuirassiers now, though, well, they're going to go for the Swedish infantry here. Bernhard Saxe Weimar looks pretty in a bad state. Lost half his bodyguard already. If these Cuirassiers rout the Musketeers, which they have, they can now get into the back of the Swedes there. There you go. Looks like Cardinal Infante is also going to go in. Arquebusiers is still firing from an insane distance. I mean, they might be shooting these routing Cuirassiers, I guess. Saxe Weimar looks like he's pulled out of one combat and he's trying to deal with those Cuirassiers. No, I think he might have. Nope, they just pulled out of the Cuirassiers. But it's still got a lot to do if he wants to win this fight. And I think he's going to mass rout. Him and his army is going, and there you go. It's going to be a Spanish victory, but certainly a very bloody one. Spain has lost a lot here today. A lot of his guard. And yeah, a lot of his infantry, a lot of his musketeers suffered. Both sides, yeah, really going back and forth there with their infantry in like the line fights. I honestly thought Sweden did have it a little bit, maybe could have been a little bit more aggressive on his left with his infantry, really try to turn him there. And I think he could have just kept standing off with the Spanish cavalry and just keep using his infantry. I don't think he needed to really throw in his cav into the Spanish left infantry line, but he did anyway, and it did not pay off for him. The Swedes actually did outnumber the Spanish by about 600 men by the looks of it. They had 5,800 and the Spanish had 5,200. So yeah, it's a good 10-11k battle here, and it's just a 1v1. It shows the scale of these 3v3s and 4v4s. This is sent in by Sam Witch, who was playing as the Spanish, but well done to him and to Zamnot, who were playing as the two armies in today's game. Lombard Pikes getting 365 kills, a kill for every day of the year. And then we've got the Guard Musketeers, 301 kills. The Terralo Pikes, 246. Then we've got the Musketeers here of Idiak Quest, getting 229 kills. Cuirasses getting 225. Lombard Musketeers, 189 kills. And then, yeah, there are the rest of his kills if you want to have a look at those. And then you got Zamnot here playing as the Swedes, 213 kills with his Grona Musketeers. Hamilton Scots getting 193 kills. The Hove Regiment getting of Musketeers getting 183 kills. Harquebusiers of the German mercenary variety getting 182 kills. And then there are the rest of his kills as well. Did Bernard get any kills? He got 23. What a legend. But there you go. That is today's Pike and Shot Total War Battle. I hope you did enjoy, guys. If you did, I want to see more. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show your support. And do check out some of these other glorious Pike and Shot Total War Battles appearing on your screen, especially that Nordlingen one. If you haven't checked it out, definitely worth doing. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.